welcome back to lowcarbrecipeIdeas.com. Today we're going to make another chocolate cake, but we're just doing the 1 minute and 20-second cake in the microwave. Now, I went out and I bought this book from Dr. Gundry. It's called The Plant Paradox. Now, and I don't get anything for promoting this book, but it's just really, really interesting. What I'm finding in the book is you're basically eating low carb, but he really talks about lectins, L-E-C-T-I-N, that are in your fruits and vegetables. Your nightshades have a lot, like zucchini. It's a poison. So they gave the example of these plants. What they've done is they've created some kind of protection so nobody touches them, nobody eats them. So when the insects come along and they start eating, it kills them instantly. So basically what I'm getting out of this book is that they're saying, he's saying that we are eating these fruits and vegetables, these different foods that have lectins in them, and in time they do affect us. So he's suggesting that we eliminate the lectins out of our diet, and that way we will lose weight a lot faster. We will make our gut work properly. It's very interesting. I just wanted to share that with you because I seriously believe a lot of the stuff that's being said in here. So I am working on it. But he does have a recipe in here for a chocolate cake in a cup for the microwave. So I'm going to do it because it's delicious. I really enjoyed it and I want you to be able to make it also. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, this is a very easy recipe. It takes longer to put together than cooking it and eating it. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder into one bowl. So we're going to put all the dry ingredients in one bowl and the wet ingredients in another bowl. Then we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of xylitol, or he's suggesting swerve or just like sugar. Now, I just purchased just like sugar. I have not used it in this recipe. I haven't used it at all. It's very, very fine powder. Sugar, that bag cost me $25 for 16 ounces. Pretty crazy. Anyway, so you need 2 tablespoons, so I'm going to put that in there. I have been using erythritol and xylitol when I make it, but now since I just got this bag of just like sugar, I thought I'd give it a try when I'm sharing it with you guys. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of, he's saying aluminum-free baking powder. So we've got a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder in there. And then we will just take our spatula and mix this all up. And then we're going to set this aside and we're going to get the wet ingredients. Okay, so I'm just going to switch over. And what I've got here is I've got 1 egg, slightly beaten. And then we're going to put in a tablespoon of heavy cow cream is what he's saying, but I am using my whipping cream here. So I'm going to put in a tablespoon of that. And then we are going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And then we're going to add in a tablespoon of almond butter. So there's my almond butter. I take a knife and you stir it and stir it. It gets so hard and clumpy on the bottom. It's crazy, but you need to stir it to mix the oil back in. So I'm going to take a tablespoon of my almond flour and add it into the wet ingredient. See if I can get some of it out of there. I wonder if I had sprayed it with the oil, even though there's oil in the almond flour, if it would have kind of taken it out a lot nicer than that. Just scrape it onto my spatula. There we go. So now I'm just going to mix this all up. And then the simple thing is we're going to we're going to combine the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. You can use your little whisker. I've got this, so I'm just going to mix it all together. Make sure I've got it mixed well. Okay, so now I'm going to bring over my dry ingredients. I'm going to pour in my wet ingredients. This cake is really, really good. I think it's even better than the one I put on my site from before. And it was really good. So let's just mix this all up. But just like sugar, it is so fine. Very, very fine, that when you start taking it out of the container, you can breathe it in so easily. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention, sorry about this, was just like sugar, the ingredient is chicory root dietary fiber. So the actual count on it, it says it's 97 net carbs, or sorry, total carbs, and then dietary fiber is 96. But it comes from that chicory root fiber, which is quite interesting. Okay, I think I've got it mixed well enough. Now you can laugh at me. On the recipe it said that it had what was it? 1 teaspoon of salted French or Italian butter, goat butter, ghee. And I thought, okay. So I put the teaspoon in with the cake. And then I buttered my dish. But really what it was telling me to do was to actually butter the dish, or use the butter into the dish that you're going to cook your cake in. So I've just got a little bit of parchment paper, and I already did this. I've taken the butter, I put it on the parchment paper, wipe around my bowl, and then get ready to pour it in. Now this is one of my soup bowls that is perfect size. It's about 4.5 inches in width, diameter, and so now we're just going to put in our cake. This time it seems really, really thick compared to the other, and I don't know if it's because of the sugar I used. That's quite interesting, because the other was not like this, and I've made a whole bunch of them, but I didn't make them with that sugar. So what we're going to do now is, now I'm just going to wiggle this around. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this in the microwave for 1 minute and 20 seconds, and I'll be right back with you. I just took it out of the microwave, and I just take my little knife around the edges. And a little piece stuck to the bottom. I'm just going to let that cool off. I can actually turn it over and you can see it. Look how cute that is. That would be just so awesome to have desserts, like separate desserts, put some berries on or whatever you want to do, your whipped cream. Anyway, I'll let that cool and then I will give it a taste. Okay, now what I've got here is I already had 2 cakes made. See, they're cute. They're perfect size. And I made them with one with xylitol, one with erythritol, and then this is the one that I made with the Just Like Sugar. So I've just cut out a little triangle, and I'm going to try the one with Just Like Sugar, the one we made today. Sorry. I'm going to have to get a drink of water with this one. I don't like it at all. It has an aftertaste like crazy with the sugar. I kind of wish I didn't spend the $25 on that bag. Well, honestly, I wouldn't recommend that kind of sugar, that sweetener. Maybe you like it, but it's got an aftertaste like stevia. No, I'm not fussy at all. So I don't recommend using Just Like Sugar. And then this one I made with my erythritol. Excellent. Great, great recipe. And I know the xylitol is really good too, because they both taste the same as far as I'm concerned. But no, I do not recommend using Just Like Sugar, even though Dr. Gundry recommends it. It's definitely something I have to get used to because, and I don't think I can, because I have trouble with stevia also. So anyway, the recipe's great. It's a great recipe. Go to lowcarbrecipeIdeas.com. Try this recipe and try some of my others. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.